Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash. Today is Friday, October 24th, 2025. My good buddy Doug and I are here to talk about Week 8 in the NFL. Doug, how are you doing on this Friday afternoon?
Well, other than being sick today, Josh, great.
Oh, no. You're feeling sick today?
Hey, happens. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it does. It's just a matter of time to get a cold during this time of year.
Yeah, this time of year, man, especially. It's just all that crap's going around.
So I apologize, everybody, if I sound a little off. I don't feel that bad. It just sounds like I'm sick.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right.
Yeah, so we've got a Week 8 slate to get into. If you're new to the channel, if you would give us a like and then hit the subscribe button. After you've done those two things, if you would hit the alarm bell, that will let you know when our newest podcast is going live. If you're new to DFS Coach Talk, we have our Discord. We have a very positive and encouraging community in our Discord. We would love to have you be a part of us. Our membership start as low as $4.99 a week, and I will be giving out a free week's membership if you are new or you're not currently a member in our Discord during this show. So definitely stay tuned for that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick things off. Looking at the game-by-game overview. We had the game last night. Doug, I'll spare you the pain and not talk about it. Rough one for the Vikings for sure.
I'm just upset I picked the wrong kicker last night, Josh. Other than that, no problem.
Yeah, because Cameron Dicker definitely had a night. But Riker did good too, and we did cash. But if we would have had Dicker, we would have been up there at the top. But it's all right.
Would have been tied for first.
It's all right. I had a play on Fanduel picks where I could have won $700 if I would have got two more catches from Jordan Addison. But it happens. So.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got one. He got one.
Yeah, well, went through the pick, and then they just never really did anything, and then they took Addison out because it was such a blowout. But
yeah, basically you got Wentz. That's what I call it now.
Yeah, I got Wentz. Exactly.
Yeah, I started it today, so
yeah. But yeah, we'll try and bounce back tonight. As far as that goes, with that betting on FanDuel and Prizepicks.
I made really good money last night, Josh.
Yeah, I did too on Draftkings and FanDuel, but like on the prop bets on Prizepicks and FanDuel picks, I didn't do as well. So I'm going to be picking back up though with World Series tonight. We crushed baseball, so that's definitely our number one sport for you and I.
I wouldn't say that, Josh. I made more money last year in basketball.
Really?
Oh, 3x on basketball, if not more.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're the most consistent in baseball, but maybe not. Maybe basketball better.
I think a 2x in baseball, maybe a little more than that, but
yeah,
it's just like basketball. Like last night, play Gordon.
Right.
Play Gordon.
Well, I think it's more. I think it's more of the props than the DFS part of it, because on props, like we crush our props on Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Then we're hitting
and a home run calls. Come on, Josh.
Yeah, home run calls exactly.
Insane.
But, yeah, man, I'm definitely excited about the World Series, and we're supposed to be talking about football. All right, so we'll get back to it. Sunday afternoon, 1:00 Eastern, the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Atlanta's a 7.5-point favorite at home, minus 425 on the money line with an over/under of 44.5. Jalen Waddle and Julian Hill are questionable for Miami. Michael Penix Jr. and Darnell Mooney are questionable for Atlanta. We have the 1:00 Eastern Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Have they said any more on Lamar Jackson? That's the big news here. Is he going to play?
He's going to play.
That's what I thought.
Just continue.
Yeah, so Baltimore, that line, it definitely moved, and that's why I thought. 6.5-point favorite now at home, minus 305 on the money line, over under of 49.5. With Lamar playing and the way these defenses have been, I'd probably take the over on that. 57 degrees with a 3-mile-an-hour wind to the northeast. We have the Buffalo Bills in Carolina taking on the Panthers. Dalton Kincaid is questionable for Buffalo, and Bryce Young looks like he's going to be out. He's doubtful.
Kincaid he was trending downward all week long.
Okay, so probably going to
Keep
be
an eye on him.
Box again. You think for Buffalo?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm leaning towards.
Okay. Bryce Young's doubtful, so I guess Andy Dalton will probably be starting against the Bills.
That I didn't know.
Yeah. Bills are a 7-point favorite on the road, minus 390 on the money line with the over-under of 46.5. 61 degrees, wind blows to the east-northeast, 7 miles an hour. We have the Jets in Cincinnati taking on Joe Flacco and the rejuvenated Bengals.
Wait, it's not Joe Flacco. It's Jones.
No, it's Joe Flacco.
For Indianapolis?
Cincinnati. The Jets in Cincinnati.
Oh, them.
Yeah, the Jets in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 6.5-point favorite at home, minus 300 on the money line with an over-under of 44.5. 55 degrees with the wind blowing to the east at 7 miles an hour. We have the San Francisco 49ers in Houston taking on the Texans. The Texans are a 2-point favorite at home, minus 135 on the money line with an over-under of 41.5. There is a chance that Brock Purdy will be back for San Francisco. Same thing with Ricky Pearsall, although I think it'll be another week for him, but we'll see what the latest is on that. Do we have any more updates on Nico Collins? Is he going to play or?
He's in concussion protocol, short league. I doubt it. Purdy not looking like he'll probably end up starting. It'll probably be one more week Jones.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. Cleveland and New England. In New England, New England's a 7-point favorite at home, minus 355 on the money line, over under a 40.5. 50 degrees, wind blowing to the north-northwest at 5 miles an hour. We have the Giants in Philadelphia taking on the Eagles. The Eagles are a 7.5-point favorite at home, minus 380 on the money line with an over-under of 44. 56 degrees, wind blowing to the southwest at 4 miles an hour. Darius Slayton's questionable for the Giants. A.J. Brown is questionable, but he did not practice today. I know that Nick Sirianni said that they could play A.J. Brown even if he didn't practice all week, but I just kind of doubt that. So I'm leaning more towards A.J. Brown being out this week, but we'll see. Get the final report, of course, on Sunday. Tampa Bay taking on New Orleans at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Tampa Bay is a 3.5-point favorite on the road, minus 210 on the money line with an over-under of 46.5. Emeka Egbuka was removed from the injury report today, so he will play. Kamara and Olave are still questionable, as is Jawan Johnson for the Saints. We have Dallas and Denver at 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Denver's a 3.5-point favorite at home, minus 170 on the money line with an over-under of 51. 69 degrees with the wind blowing to the west-southwest at 7 miles an hour. Yeah, that's a high over-under for Dallas and Denver.
I know.
Especially, I think that Denver will contain Dallas pretty well. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty high over-under.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. Tennessee in Indianapolis taking on the Colts, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. The Colts are a 14.5-point favorite. Who would have thought that going into this season that the Colts would be a 14.5-point favorite against anybody? Minus 1380 on the money line with an over-under of 47.5. We have the Aaron Rodgers revenge game, even though he calls it he says it's not a revenge game, but I know Aaron better than that.
We all do. Please.
Even if he doesn't have anything against Matt LaFleur and his teammates, he does against Brian Gutekunst. So Jacobs is questionable for Green Bay, as is Dontavian Wicks. Dontavian Wicks should be out. They have him listed as doubtful. He'll be out. Brandon McManus, not sure if he's going to play or not yet. He did report some pain still, so I think they'll probably hold him out another week. Havertz been an excellent fill-in the meantime. The Packers are a 3-point favorite on the road, minus 165 on the money line with an over-under of 45.5. 47 degrees, wind blowing to the northeast at 6 miles an hour. Last game, we have Washington taking on Kansas City. Kansas City is a 12.5-point favorite at home, minus 795 on the money line with an over-under of 48. Jaden Daniels is out for Washington, so that's moved the line significantly in the Chiefs' favor. 56 degrees with the wind blowing to the east at 7 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot
they moved the line. I think it was like 7.5 when they thought Jane
Yeah,
was going to play. So now it's 12.5.
I'll take the under. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the points. I will.
Take the points. Yeah, I
I'll
can
take
see it.
Washington
I
in that
mean,
one.
the Chiefs have definitely looked a lot better with Rashee Rice back and
Sure.
Xavier Worthy back for that matter. But yeah, I could see the points. The Commanders taking the points on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Quarterbacks. My top quarterback play is going to be Bo Nix. He's 6,000 on DraftKings, 7,900 on Fanduel, going up against Dallas. They have allowed the most fantasy points to quarterbacks this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo Nix has averaged around 16 fantasy points on the road, but he averages just under 24 at home so far in his career. So he's been significantly better at home. And he scored 34.8 fantasy points last week, his career best game. He completed 27 of 50 passes. So I would expect them to throw significantly less this week than 50 times. Even though it is Dallas, they have a struggling defense, but 50 times, that's just a ton, obviously. 279 yards passing, 2 touchdowns passing, along with 5 carries for 48 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, so he's really coming off a big game. The next quarterback play I like is Michael Penix Jr. He's 4,900 on DraftKings, 6,800 on FanDuel, going up against the Dolphins. They have allowed the 4th most fantasy points to quarterbacks this year. And the other quarterback I was looking at is Joe Flacco, but I kind of feel like he's going to have a letdown game. He's had these 2, pretty nice games, one against Green Bay and one against Pittsburgh. Just kind of feels like he's due for a letdown. The Jets are about average against quarterbacks, so I could see it being a big Chase Brown game, honestly. So I'm kind of moving away from Joe Flacco as the week goes on, whereas he was one of my top plays at the beginning of the week. So how do you feel about quarterbacks this week?
Wow, Josh, we do not see quite the same here this week.
Okay.
This will be a fun week, buddy.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
We've been on the same page on everything, so this should be a different week and a good week because of that.
I was so on Nix this week.
Yeah.
He was right up there. He's my top 5 this week, and that's a lot for me. I'm Nix. I'm a big fan of Nix, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
In the long run, I think he's a great coach, and that's what's helping him out more than anything.
Yeah.
But I read into a little more. I think it is going to be a track meet this game. I do not think Denver is going to be able to contain CD Lamb because he's going to be lining up all over the place.
Yeah.
So CD Lamb, he is get him. Sertan, I think they're going to try to have him on Pickens.
Okay.
And that leaves Dalton Schultz.
So
and
do you like Dak then? Since we're talking about quarterbacks, like Dak,
well, I do like Dak, but he's not as high as Nix. I have Nix above him.
Okay.
I have Lamar and I have Josh Allen above.
Okay.
But both, and then I actually have out of all people, Baker Mayfield. But we'll see. It's close, Josh. It is. But yeah.
Okay, so you like Lamar and Josh Allen, then Nix and Baker Mayfield.
Right, because I'll break it down a little bit. Lamar Jackson and the Bears are horrible against mobile quarterbacks, and especially anybody that can run to the outside, maybe running back or quarterback, they cannot stop it. Copy paste with Josh Allen going up against Carolina. Strong up the middle, not good at quarterback or running backs to pop it to the outside. They're both great plays just on legs alone. And I think I like Lamar a lot better because I think there's going to be a lot more points scored.
Okay. I could definitely see that. Anyone from a value standpoint that you like at quarterback?
Absolutely. Well, a couple of dart throws would be maybe Caleb Williams and Dart for the Giants.
Dart throws Dart. Got it.
He's done really good. He's been like what?
Oh yeah, he's been surprisingly good. He even had a good game last week in Denver. So yeah.
Yes. Yep. And I like him, and I think that he's got a real nice floor. And he's a rookie. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah. He's done very well.
Joe Flacco, real quick. You love Brown. Joe Flacco. He's been throwing really good deep passes.
Yeah.
To Chase. You might consider that as a little sneaky run, but you like Brown better at the running back.
Okay. running backs. That's a good segue. So Jonathan Taylor is my top pay up option. He's 9,500 on DraftKings, 10,200 on Fanduel. He scored 6 touchdowns. They're all rushing, but 6 rushing touchdowns his last 2 games against Tennessee. He played them week 3 earlier this year. He had 17 carries for 102 yards and 3 touchdowns for 35.8 DraftKings points. The Titans have allowed the 5th most fantasy points to running backs this year. So Jonathan Taylor, I like a lot. I also like Bijan Robinson against the Dolphins. They have allowed the 4th most fantasy points to running backs this year. And I do prefer Jonathan Taylor over him because I think Robinson will probably get a lot of ownership. But I do like Bijan Robinson as well. Also like J.K. Dobbins, 5,800 on DraftKings, 7,000 on FanDuel, going up against Dallas. They have allowed the 3rd most fantasy points to running backs this year, so I do like him. Actually switched that. So Miami's allowed the 3rd, I think, and then Dallas is allowed the 4th. Yeah, that's right.
Well, and to be honest, Miami's gone up against some really poor running backs, and they run over them, so get a good one.
Well, yeah, Rico Dowdle was 200 yards against them.
Yeah, and then Swift at 150 plus.
Yeah, so Bijan Robinson, who knows what he's going to do? I mean,
Algier might be a sneaky.
And I was just about to say that because I was looking at the value next, and I did like Monangai from the Bears. But if Lamar Jackson's going to play, I don't see that game script going the way that I thought it would, where the Bears might be winning. And I think Monangai might be game scripted out of that a little bit. I still think he's a decent play, just not as good as would have been if Jackson would have been out. So I do like Tyler Algier for the reason that you just said. That game should be a blowout, especially with Atlanta losing last week. So I think that Algier is going to be a really nice play. He has been getting some of the goal line carries anyway. So yeah, Algier is definitely on my plays as a value play. Who do you like this week at running back, Doug?
I'll go one more in depth of running back real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Taylor is by far heads and tails above Robinson this week.
Okay.
Just for the standpoint of 2 things. Algier, we eat in a little bit of Robinson.
Yeah.
A little bit. And I think that would knock him down. But we're looking at FanDuel only. Price, look at the price, $200 difference.
Yeah.
No, Taylor, please. You know what I mean? And then I do like that's McCaffrey catching a whole bunch of passes.
Okay.
Against Houston. I think that's good for a touchdown, but he's a little more risky. Mid-tier, I like Henry. I like Rashad Weiss.
Rashad White.
Yeah, White. Thank you. We'll go. Yep, James Cook. We'll go right down the line here.
Yeah.
And who else did I like? You said J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, I like J.K. Dobbins against Dallas.
Yes, the reason I like J.K. Dobbins, that's why I hesitated on. Next went down a little bit, is I think they're going to be able to run the ball a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Why pass it? They run the ball a lot more at home. They pass the ball a lot. I don't know what they do. Their offense wakes up at home.
Right.
But the Bears are very weak up the middle when it comes to the run game, and they're also weak at hopping it outside. I think that it's 100+ yard Dobbins week this week. I do like them. Scapello against the Eagles, I like it. Their own blocking scheme going up against Philly's lack of run defense so far this year. It's been interesting. And you've got Baltimore's 31st against the run this year. Devontae Swift's really good bargain. I think it's 6,800. I love Chase Brown because of the type of runs that he does. And he's had a nice statistical career against the Jets.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me about the Jets is you do have Williams back in the middle, and that might hamper a little bit. And then going cheap plays, you said cheer. I really was interested in possibly Woody Marks, and I looked at, and his counterpart there. But then when you told me about the quarterback issue, off it now. of Houston now in the running game.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then trying who else? I'm trying to get down my list here. Derrick Henry is my favorite play on DraftKings.
Okay.
6,000.
Yep. Yeah, I like that price too.
Chase Brown 5,400 again on DraftKings. I don't know what people say. DraftKings pricing's tighter than FanDuel. I don't think they're looking at FanDuel.
No,
Um,
I don't think it is either. I mean, I know I've been able to put some pretty stacked teams in pretty much every sport together lately in DraftKings. So yeah, I think DraftKings pricing is. It used to be Yahoo that was the easiest, but Yahoo is the hardest now by far.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry is a fair price at 8,000 on FanDuel, and to have him at 6,000.
Yeah.
How can he not? Anyways, let's move on. That's a little bit of breakdown.
Yeah. Wide receivers. You could look at Jamar Chase. I just think he's overpriced. I think
It's a lot. It's a lot for one touchdown.
A lot for one guy, especially when you have some other guys on the slate that I think could put up very similar numbers.
Better.
With Emeka Ibuka, 7,000 on DraftKings, 7,500 on FanDuel. He saw 12 targets last week, and he was hurt for part of the game. So, I mean, if he gets that kind of target share, then it's just insane.
Yeah, and Ibuka, another thing about Ibuka I like is their opponent is horrible against the deep pass.
Exactly.
They're second to last in the NFL.
It looked like Amon-Ra St. Brown was at practice last week. Like there was nobody around for half those catches. It was insane.
And that's with a bad hamstring, by the way.
On a bad hamstring. Exactly. That's what I was saying. He got 12 targets. He's on a bad hamstring. Or Amon-Ra
St. Brown.
Yeah.
He doesn't go deep either.
Right. He was just wide open. It was crazy. Devontae Smith, I like. He wasn't even really on the radar for me earlier this week, but now he definitely is. 5,900 on DraftKings, 6,700 on FanDuel. Like I said, that AJ Brown is still dealing with his hamstring injury, and he missed practice today, so I don't know if he's even going to play. But Smith had 11 targets last week. He had 9 catches for 183 yards. I know I'm not telling you anything, Doug, but I am telling our viewers. Against the Vikings, but he's been targeted 26 times over the last 3 games. He's really stepped up as the go-to guy for Jalen Hurts. And the last time that the Giants played the Eagles, they had a monster game for Dallas Goedert. So I think that's another reason why Devontae Smith is going to be more targeted because I think the Giants will probably try and take away Dallas Goedert a little bit because he absolutely killed them last time.
Yeah, who's Philly's number 3 receiver off the top of my head again?
The
young guy.
Yeah.
I like him too. I know.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. It used to be De'Ami Brown, but he's.
Yeah, I got it.
He's.
I got Dotson out like him.
Dotson's their number 3, but they also have. Mechie. They also have Mechie, John Mechie.
Mechie number 4. Yeah. Well, they got Goddard healthy though. I think he'll be the other goal too.
Yeah. No, I still like Goddard, but I do think that they'll try and take him a little. Take him.
I think it'll be Goddard and Smith.
Yeah.
And Brown. I don't think Brown's
probably not going to play. I don't think. No. My value play this week's. I have a couple. I like Tez Johnson also playing with Ibuka. He was targeted 9 times last week against Detroit. He had 4 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown for 15.8 DraftKings points, which at his price is pretty good. Mike Evans is probably going to be out for at least part of, if not the rest of the whole season. And Chris Godwin's still out. So Johnson should continue to be one of the top targets for Baker Mayfield. And then I like Troy Franklin. Dallas has allowed the second most fantasy points to wide receivers this year. He was targeted 10 times last week, and he's going to be a good value play, I think, against Dallas. So
yeah, and what I like about Franklin, I didn't like him last week.
Yeah,
I like him more this week.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of targets, not as many receptions as kind of expecting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that's okay. But
He
he's
only had like what 3 receptions, even though he was targeted 10 times.
in
But
garbage time.
he did get in the
And
end, so that made up for it.
yeah, that did.
Yeah. Who do you like at wide receiver this week, Doug?
I'll go over the ones you didn't go over real quick.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb's my number 1 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, I think London. If it's a close game, London would be 2. But I as soon as Ibuka was going to be probable, I dropped down at Jay Flowers after Ibuka.
Yeah.
I like him next, and then go down a little list. I'll love Sutton this week if they do pass. Denver does pass. How can you not love Sutton, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then you got Wendell Robinson, Dart Wendell connection.
Mm-hmm.
And then cheaper bargains again. Dyke, Van Jefferson, Iamora, Jalen Noel, 3,400 DK, 4,500 Fanduel.
Yeah.
He got 7 receptions last week. Not targets, receptions.
Right.
And I like him. A little bit of Hutchinson or Holland possibly being played too.
No, let
But
me ask
Jalen
you,
Noel, I liked him in preseason.
do you like Jalen Noel if Collins plays or just if he's out?
No.
Okay.
Well, put it this way. At 3,400 I do.
Mm-hmm.
On DK, not at 4,500 FanDuel.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Tight ends. Dallas Goedert, as I mentioned, he's going to be one of the top plays. He's 4,200 on DraftKings, 5,800 on FanDuel. Did have a quiet game against Minnesota last week, but like I said, against the Giants, he had a monster game 2 weeks ago. He was targeted 11 times, had 9 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown for 29 DraftKings points. So I still like Goddard. I think Devontae Smith will be number 1 option this week, but I do like Goddard still with Brown likely to be out.
Yeah.
I like Dalton Kincaid if he plays. If he doesn't play, you can probably look at Dawson Knox as a punt play. Wouldn't probably put him anywhere other than just as a punt play, though. Carolina's been pretty bad against tight ends. They've allowed the 6th most fantasy points to tight ends. Kincaid's seen 6 targets in 3 of his last 4 games, so he has been targeted pretty heavily. And if he plays, he's definitely going to be one of my top tight end options. And then for value, Mason Taylor, 3,500 on DraftKings, 4,900 on FanDuel. Bengals have allowed the most fantasy points to tight ends this year. So,
yeah, I think that Taylor is going to be the most highest owned punt play on DK.
Yeah,
easily.
Probably so. He probably will be.
But he deserves it, and to be yeah, who's gonna be quarterback for the Jets?
I think, is it going to be Fields or is it going to be Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor was questionable. Didn't know if they had any injury updates on him.
Yeah, let's see. Fields has been cleared, so it's going to be Fields.
Right, Tyrod Taylor, he ruled out.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a question mark on that one.
Yeah.
I got more.
Yeah, I know there's a question of if they're going to bench Fields or whatever, but I don't think they are. Tyrod Taylor is questionable.
Because I think they would start him over Fields this week.
Yeah, it looks like if Taylor plays, he'll start over Fields. Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Played a lot better. All right. Tight end.
They're 0-7. So what are you going to do, you know?
Wow. Fields isn't a long-term answer.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. I love tight end this week, Josh.
There's a lot of great options. So you said Mason Taylor is probably going to be the highest owned. So who else do you look at this week for tight end?
On DraftKings, yeah.
On tight end.
I'm going to go off the list you didn't mention. Kittle. Yeah, we're aboard of Kittle. He's my second, but I have Warren 2 points higher than Kittle, and I am high in Kittle this week.
Right.
If you can play them both together. Jake Ferguson, Goddard, Kyle Pitts going against the 24th ranked tight end defense, and
Mm-hmm.
then drop down a little bit. Man, maybe Schultz. I think Mark Andrews might have a good week against the Bears because it's the Bears
Yeah,
defense.
I can see that.
Like I said, Emil Kincaid on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky plays. Theo Johnson's been getting a lot of passes his
Yeah,
way.
he has. I like
I
that.
mean, the Eagles are the fourth ranked defense against tight ends, but he
Mm-hmm.
did well against them his first time around.
Right.
And then we'll go to my favorite tight end play on both sides is Fannin.
Okay. Yeah, he was a disappointment last week, so
Yeah.
he probably will bounce back.
Mhm.
So it usually
And
goes.
then Helm, if you want to punt play, Helm. I think like bare minimum on both sides.
Okay.
Gunner Helm, like him, he's
Yep.
4,500 on Fanduel. Not quite punt play there, but
Mm-hmm.
and then people are saying Colson Loveland, they like him. I'm hearing this and that. I would strongly discourage the play.
Yeah, I don't.
Personally, because I've not seen it. I haven't seen it this year.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But that's typical. Both. Mm-hmm.
He may develop into a good tight end, but so far I just haven't seen it either.
I agree 100% with that. I think he will be. Tight ends take longer to develop a lot of times.
You know what I think he's kind of turned into to me is Cole Kmet 2.0. Like there was a lot of hype for Cole Kmet, and it seems like he's headed down the same path as Cole Kmet, which Cole Kmet is a decent tight end, but he's not like a superstar, you know?
But he's solid, and that's what you wanted in a tight end. You aren't going to get too many superstars at tight ends.
He's not Rondé Gadsden, who's, my goodness, he looks like a superstar tight end in the making for sure.
Oh, and by the way, I do my dynasty league, right?
Yeah.
And my second round, because we don't redraft, was Warren and tight end.
Oh, really?
I got blasted for it. Now I get blasted with trade offers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a great.
And to me, it wasn't even close. And if you watch them in preseason, I like Gadsden more than I liked Love. I wasn't even close. I'm a huge fan of Gadsden. By the way, thank you.
I picked him up in my dynasty league 2 weeks ago. So yeah, or last week actually. Yeah,
I had no room for him. I have Fannin and I already have Warren.
Yeah, I had
two rookies.
Fryermuth and Noah Fant. So I was like, man, I'm picking up Gadsden.
Upgrade. Yeah. Great job. All right, shall we do it?
Defense, Colts, Falcons. Don't really know if I like anybody else. I think the Bengals you could kind of look at, but the Colts and the Falcons to me are the clear top options for defense this week.
Right. When I looked at it earlier in the week, Monday, Tuesday, to me, paying up for defense is an option this week.
Yeah.
But we'll see. On DraftKings, I would pay up for sure. On Fanduel, the Titans maybe.
Yeah, I think Colts. I think you can pay up for the Colts on both sides, honestly. But there's just a lot of value. There's a lot of value to find, so I like that.
And you always have Cleveland, for example, against New England. You always have those two options.
Yeah, I feel like New England better than I expected them, though, and I don't know if I like Cleveland or not. I'm trying to decide because their weakness is against the pass more so than the run. They're really good against the run. So New England's offense is struggling to even run at all. So I don't expect them to run. So if they can stop the pass, then Cleveland could be a really nice defensive play.
They're just cheap defenses. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
That goes into our upsets of the week, and I am actually taking Cleveland at +7 against the Patriots. I don't know if they win, but I do take them for the points. And I guess you're going to probably take the Commanders at 12.5.
All right, that's off the slate. I'll do that one too, and then on slate I will take. Let's go hopping over. What's Dallas Denver at?
7.5, I think.
Dallas and Denver?
3.5. Denver's 3.5 point favorite.
Yeah, that went down a point. I would have taken. I'm going to take the Jets to cover against Cincinnati.
Okay. So they're what, 7.5, 6.5,
Yep.
6.5.
6.5. I still take it.
Yeah. Okay. 6.5. All right.
And I'll take the over on the Bears Baltimore game like you.
Yeah. I think that's definitely going to.
20, it's under 55. We're good to go.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to hit. All right. Bold predictions. Here's one that's maybe even crazy, not just bold.
Awesome.
Dak Prescott has thrown 3 interceptions so far this season. He's going to throw 3 this week.
Oh,
that's my bold prediction.
I have Dak starting this week in my Dynasty League. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my bold prediction, Jets win outright. Your turn.
Okay. We're good on that then. Prizepicks. So they have Jonathan Taylor, 1.5 rushing or receiving touchdowns is a demon play. So you get a higher payout on that. So I'm going to take that. Like I said, he's got 3 in each of the last 2 games against them. I really like the 0.5, which is a goblin play, but 1.5, I think he's going to get 2. I don't think he's going to get 3. So I like that 1.5. Tez Johnson, more than 8.5 fantasy score. He only needs like 4 catches and 40 yards or, somewhere around there. So it's not anything crazy for him. Or if he gets a touchdown, he's pretty much over. Anyway.
Not the 2 by Horn last week, but we put that in our lineup, didn't we?
Tez Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hit. I'm doing really good with these punt plays. Did I mention my punt plays? I did. Okay.
And then Bo Nix, more than 19.5 fantasy score. As I mentioned, he's averaged 24 or just under 24 fantasy points per game at home. He's going up against Cowboys, who've allowed the most fantasy points to quarterbacks. So I definitely like that play. Let's look at the chat. I don't see any questions in the chat. So let's go to our 2 brains are better than 1 Fanduel lineup.
I get to go first.
Back last week, or I think I did. Yeah.
You did. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right, quarterback.
Oh, I'm just gonna throw it up. See what most optimal quarterback is. Cheating this week, everybody, look out. No, hang on here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Plays for Baltimore.
8,700.
Now, everybody listen, you can play Henry and Jackson on Draftkings.
Yeah, I agree.
You can pay up a running back. I got you.
Questionable. Did you see that?
Who?
Algier is questionable with a hip.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Because my main concern is that both those games would be blowouts. And but by how many touchdowns but if Algier's out, that just means more carries for Robinson.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with I like Chase Brown more in DK.
Agree. I like Rashid Rice's price. What?
What do you think about Rico Dowdle? Do you like him against Buffalo without Bryce Young? I feel like they're going to run a lot. Buffalo struggled to stop one too.
They have this year, and I think they've had 2 weeks to work on stopping the run. But who else? What's Donald's price right now?
63.
Why don't we just working on? We'll focus on paying up here, and I got an idea. Because
if we're paying up, then we're going to go with Taylor.
Taylor.
He's 10-2. So that leaves us with 58.71, but there's enough value. We can make it work.
Oh, easily. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving this out. And let's do Rashid Rice, 33.
Who?
23rd. Rashid White. I'm going to go with Rashid Rice, I said first.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's on this slate. He's on the night slate on Monday. Yeah.
AJ Brown's out.
AJ Brown is out. Okay.
Don't pitch right now. But I want to, yeah. He, like I said, they needed to have him on resting for a while now.
Where the heck is Rashad White? Oh, there he is. Okay.
7,300. But you know, the Saints are what, 20 some odd against the run, and specifically, it's an older defense, so I think he'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he'll be catching the ball a lot more now too.
I'm gonna go with Tez. Where is he? He's right. He's 5,700, I think.
Yeah, he's gone out. 2 good weeks in a row, really.
Yeah, 5,700. Okay.
Wow. You still want him?
Mm-hmm.
If we do Tess Bryant, I'm gonna switch running backs. Little running back swap, okay.
Who are you gonna put as running back?
I think Tess Bryant, and that's fine.
Oh wait, we've got. Hang on. Okay, so you're saying you're wanting to switch with White out because we had Tez Johnson.
Right, put Dobbins in at 7,000. Shall we continue?
Okay, Dobbins at 7,000. All right.
High scoring game, so we throw. I love that game.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with Smith, who's 6,900, I think. 67. Okay. All right. Your turn.
Flower 71.
Flower 71. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense with the Lamar play. We'll go Falcons. Falcons defense 41.
Okay.
Should kind of put us back on track. Find it 52.50. Still not quite where I'd like to be on salary, but still decent.
Oh, we're good. We are good. Trust me. Just debating which one I want. Fannin 5,200 for Cleveland.
Fannin?
Yep.
Okay.
Just 5,300.
With 53. All right. So that can work with Troy Franklin. Let's see. Where's he at? 5,400. $100.
It's all right. I can go below Dobbins at 7K and be just fine. You mind if I do that?
Well, let me see what else is out here first before we do that. I kind of like O'Manor this week against the Colts. We could go there. What do you think?
What's he at?
Gonna get the ball. I mean,
what do you want? Well, I actually like I like DIKE better.
DK, yeah, Chimera DK.
And 45, yeah. Like I said, there are prices I could find there no problem here, Josh.
49.
I'd rather do that. And why do we do that?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And then can we get to the Colts on defense or no? We can't. Okay.
Really?
That's all right. We'll just go with the Falcons. I'm fine with that. All All right, so we got Lamar, Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Tez Johnson, Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers, Harold Fannin, Chimere DK, and the Atlanta Falcons defense.
It does seem to 400, doesn't it?
Yeah, if we need to make a change or whatever, we can. But it looks pretty good to me. I guess want to talk a little bit about how we feel about the World Series before we get out of here.
It sounds good. Yeah.
Make a prediction.
Oh yeah, Dodgers in 6.
I got Dodgers in 5, so we're pretty close.
I thought about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your thoughts on 5?
Well, I think they win tonight for sure. I think Blake Snell game, if they don't win that, they're in trouble. I mean, Snell's been just ridiculous. So, I mean, they all were against the Brewers. I mean, it didn't matter. But Snell in particular has just been insane. And so I think they win tonight. I think Blue Jays might win tomorrow or whenever they play next, game 2. And then the Dodgers win all of them in LA. So
who's starting tonight for Toronto?
Savage.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
You like it? Okay. I don't much because here's what I think is going to happen. Do you remember when Mizorowski started against the Dodgers? And in the regular season, and he got a home run off of Mizorowski right off the bat. Ohtani did. I think that's what's going to happen tonight. I think Ohtani's going to hit a leadoff home run against the Savage, and I think it might shake him up a little bit, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I have a feeling that they're going to knock Savage out early. So.
I think I think your Savage is not going to. It's not what I was thinking is that Gossman game 2, right?
Yeah.
Much more winnable game. And I think Yamamoto, his fastballs that are straight, I think Toronto can hit those.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I picked them in game 2. But other than that, man, they're going to have to go against Glass now in game 3, Ohtani in game 4, and Snell in game 5. And I think they lose all 3 of those. So
they face Glass now a lot more. I think that does help
because he's in the American League before with Tampa, but. Yeah.
Right, and they have the bat speed to hit Glass now. And then Ohtani, it's a matter of his control. This control is on; he's gonna be hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ohtani, if it's not, he's not.
Against the Brewers, I mean, that's insane.
And same with Snell. I mean, he's locked in, but how long was the last time he pitched?
Game 1.
Yeah, it's been a while. He might be rusty. I doubt it, though. I doubt it, but.
Yeah. I mean, he had 10 strikeouts in game, or not game 1, but in the August matchup against the Blue Jays. So, and he only played 5 innings.
Yeah, and I was just thinking of this over, and Dodgers bullpen's not good.
No, they're not.
It's not, and but neither is Toronto.
No, neither one of their bullpens are great. I just think that.
Toronto, I like 5 now.
Cannot hold up with the Dodgers starting pitching.
Yeah, no, I mean you talk
second to none. Like it's just not even close. And they got what's his face Scherzer out there. He's going to get lit up by the Dodgers.
Yeah, I like Dodgers in 5. You talked me into it, Josh. Wasn't that hard?
Okay, Dodgers in 5. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
Sorry we had a little bit of a late start. Hope everybody has an absolute awesome weekend.
Mm-hmm.
NFL, NBA, MLB. There's a whole lot going on sports-wise, so definitely a lot to keep you entertained. We will crush it this week, and we'll be back again next week for Week 9 as we do look to crush it in NFL, DFS, and Prize Picks. Yeah, one more
add on that. Please subscribe. And the first listener, go give them first week free.
Yeah.
First one to respond back.
Whoever responds back, you can hit us up on X, dfscoachtalk@gmail.com is the email address, or you can hit us up on X, one of the two. and DFS Coach Talk on X. And we'll be glad to get you in our Discord. We had another nice new member join us last week, and we look forward to having you in our Discord soon. So hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.